Fig and Friends' mission is to give any animal a chance that we come across that needs help, whether that be one that we actually take into rescue ourselves. We mainly take in cats and dogs from various locations. We take them in from shelters, we get transfers from other rescues, we find a lot of strays. Actually, other people find strays and give us a call. We even get calls from people that want to surrender their animals because they can't afford vet care. We will oftentimes try to help them take care of that and then allow them to stay in their forever home. So it's not just animals that we take into foster and adopt out. It's any animal that we can help. We try to do our best to help them. We're not a shelter, so that means we don't have like a main location where people can go and visit animals. We are a network, what we call a network of foster homes. So we're located throughout West Michigan, and basically we place all the animals into a foster home, so we can't take more in unless A, we have more foster homes, or B, a foster home gets all of their animals adopted out. Fig and Friends has a partnership right now with the Happy Cat Cafe, which is in downtown Grand Rapids. The cafe is a separate entity. It's owned by a couple named Katie and Tony Cuarto. So we have an agreement with them where we have our cats that we've fostered, adopted, and gotten all the vet care and all that good stuff done for them. And we put them in the Happy Cat Cafe. And then so the premise behind cat cafes are people pay to go to the cafe for a certain amount of time because they want to sit and visit with the cats, or they want cat therapy, or for whatever reason they can't have a cat at home but they love cats, so they get to go hang out with cats. The flip side of that is the cats are also all available for adoption, so people can get to know them, and then people that are looking to adopt can apply and then find their perfect match at the cafe and adopt them. It's been so successful. They were at 668 adoptions when we partnered with them, and we're now at 823, and it's not even been a year yet, so it's almost 200 we're up to.
I got into Fig and Friends by filling out an application online, and then was contacted. I became a foster almost immediately, and then when I saw her personally, I went into more detail with her about my previous fostering, and so that was nice to be able to do that. I did not want to write it on paper. I felt it needed more one-on-one conversation. So Julie's easy to talk to. We don't always agree with things, or we might get upset with one another for little things, but in the long run, those little things are nothing compared to what we do. Julie has been wonderful. I wouldn't trade her for anybody.
75% of kittens born outside won't live past 6 months old. We've just in the past 3 days had 3 pregnant moms that were basically taken from the streets that have all given birth. And imagine all of them out there that we can't actually see and that we don't get calls about. The big issue is spaying and neutering. Some people still don't believe in spaying and neutering their pets. So that's one big thing we emphasize at Fig and Friends. If somebody calls us, like we had somebody call us and wanted to take some kittens in, that they had 4 kittens that had been born at their home. And we said, sure, but can we also get mom fixed for you? And we ended up doing that. So, the goal is to have it not happen again. The hardest thing that is out of our control is there's just so many. And everybody is in the same situation. We can't take, we have to turn people away. And that's really hard when I had somebody call and say there was a cat that something was wrong with it. It was laying on the side of the road. And unfortunately, we were full. We've had a lot of medical expenses recently, and we couldn't take it in. And so I had to tell them no. And just, I know it seems ironic that on one hand I say call and look for help, but then on the other hand, I say it's really hard having to say no to people. But it's really important that as a rescue, we know our limits too, because there are rescues that don't, and then they get in trouble, both financially and just having too many animals. I've heard things also like every person in the United States would have to adopt 8 cats in order for all the homeless cats to have a home. The ultimate outcome, and this isn't necessarily for me, but the ultimate outcome from rescues and shelters that everybody wants is for us to not have a job anymore, for there not to be sick and injured animals outside, abandoned animals, homeless animals. I know so many people in the Grand Rapids area that are working hard for that, and the only way we're going to get there is through spay and neuter. That's really the ultimate way to stop the overpopulation problem. And we need to, and the way to do that is to try to educate people. And I know there's a lot of organizations trying to do that as well. In Grand Rapids, I think that's the goal in Michigan and then worldwide as well. That's what we're all working for, is to not have a job.